Welcome back to yet another episode of me aimlessly trying to predict the National League South score predictions, and this is game week number 3. First of all, thanks to the National League South who have decided to put a Monday night fixture on so that I had to get this video uploaded so quickly after just getting back and filming and recording and editing and uploading my Dartford vs Weymouth vlog. I've now got to get this one straight up ASAP, so I hope you do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks very much. Nonetheless, we're going to start off with shock of the season, shock of the week should I say, and of course the score predictions that we did get right. Let's start off with shock of the week. This is only going to one team for me should I say, and that's Bath City. They beat Maidstone United 3-0 at home. They came to Dartford. I really wasn't thoroughly impressed with their performance, but they still got a point. They've then gone home, played Maidstone United and got a 3-0 win. What a result that is. So impressed. There was a couple of other fixtures that do deserve a mention, but for me this week, that had to be the shock of the weekend. Moving on, if we quickly look at the fixtures and results, I did get right. It will take me 2 seconds. I'll tell you why, because I got 0 bang on. I did get absolutely 0 bang on, which is a shame, but I got the outcomes of some of the games correct. For example, Farnborough and Eastbourne drawing, Hemel and Hempstead beating Welling, Yeovil beating St Albans. I got a few fixtures correct for the outcome of the game, but I just didn't get any of the scores bang on, which is a shame after I got 3 last week. Now that we've had a little bit of a debrief, a little bit of a roundup, let's get into the game week 3 fixtures and let's predict the scores. Please, as always, put your predictions in the comments below. I will put a template in the description for everyone to use. Starting off, we have Aveley FC taking on Eastbourne Borough. A really good weekend for both these sides. Eastbourne have gone away to a tough Farnborough side and picked up a point, one of the games that I did predict correctly. And Aveley, first home game of the season, first season back in the National League South, beating Taunton 4-1. What a fantastic result that is. So pleased for them. That is fantastic stuff. Do I think Eastbourne are still going to come away and be the stronger side? Yes, I do. But after Aveley, thumping Taunton 4-1 at home, I think they'll be really confident. They're still at home, going straight into that Monday night game. I think Aveley honestly might take a point. I'd be extremely surprised if they get all 3, but I think Aveley may get a point. So for that reason, I'm going 1-1. Next up, Bath City versus Weston-super-Mare. What a start these two teams are having. Bath City have gone away to Dartford and got a point, and then they've also gone and beat Maidstone 3-0, so they are really walking all over the Kent sides at the moment. Weston-super-Mare, on the other hand, yet another 1-0 win. Fantastic stuff. They've come up, got 6 points straight away. The other good thing about this clash is they're both so close together, so it's going to be a really good game for the fans to go and attend. With that being said, I think it'll be even. I could go for another draw, but I'm not going to, just because Bath City absolutely wiped the floor with Maidstone on the weekend, and they're at home again. I could see every possibility that they take 3 points out of this one, and that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a 2-1 Bath City win. Next up, Braintree Town are taking on Maidstone United, who we've just mentioned. Really haven't had the best start to life. The win against Slough first day of season was fairly unconvincing, possibly. And then going losing 3-0 to Bath is really not a great way to start your season. On the other hand, Braintree did pick up their first win of the season. They beat Truro City. And by the way, just a reminder that Truro's first day of season did beat Welling 5-1. So it's a really good win for Braintree. I think they won 3-2. Fantastic result for them to get their first points on the board. That being said, Braintree Town, are they going to go and wipe the floor with Maidstone? I don't think so. Maidstone look really poor at the moment. I just think it's going to be a pretty even game between the two sides. So for that exact reason, I'm going yet again for another draw, and I'm actually going for a fairly high scoring draw. I'm going for 2-2. Dartford and Hampton and Richmond play at Dartford. Was meant to be away, but due to some stadium upgrades at Hampton and Richmond, it's now being played at Princes Park, the home of Dartford FC. Dartford FC, I don't want to talk about it too much. The performance against Weymouth was absolutely awful. The performance against Bath was very good and deserved more. So really mixed emotions. The only positive is Bath usually do play a miles low better at home. They just are not a great side away whatsoever. With that being said, I actually think Hampton and Richmond will be a really good side this year. I think they've been, fairly unfortunate in their first couple of games of the season, and I think they will come Dartford and get a point. No more than that, though. I know it could be biased and they could go and absolutely fun past 3-0 now, but I don't think they're going to be, wiping the floor of us. I think they may take a point of us, and I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Farnborough versus Hemel and Hempstead Town. What a fantastic fixture this will be. Hemel and Hempstead 1-0 wins, double 1-0 wins, especially the one over Yeovil first day of season. Farnborough now have just had a fantastic point against Eastbourne, who I've said 100 times. I think they'll be right up there this year. So that's a really good point for them. They're good at home. I think it's another one of those games that's going to be really even. But I know it sounds crazy, but I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Farnborough win. Slough Town versus Worthing. Now, this is a fixture that's got a Worthing win written all over it. I really am sorry, Slough Town fans. 2 losses for you. One against Maidstone, which was pretty unfortunate in some senses, and the other against a really, really struggling, well, so I thought struggling Dover side, but they're still yet to lose this season. I know it's only 2 games in, but Worthing look really, really good. A 3-0 win over Torquay over the weekend, which is phenomenal stuff. They are going to be so far up the league this year, it's ridiculous. They will definitely be in playoffs. That being said, even though Slough at home, just with what I've said alone and how the season's panning out, I've got to go for a Worthing win, and I'm going to go for a pretty convincing Worthing win as well. I'm actually going to go for 4-1. We then have Tonbridge Angels. They're taking off Dover Athletic. Tonbridge have really not had a good start to life in the National League South. They have come off the back of 2 losses in a row, whereas, as I just said, Dover, wow, I didn't expect them to really get any points from the first couple of games. They've got 4 points. They're sitting pretty comfy in the table, although it's only 2 games. They've just got another win over Slough, as we just mentioned. Managed to get that draw against Torquay, who are going to be a good outfit in the league this year. They've really, really impressed me. Tonbridge, they're going to need to. They'll want to pick up a point sooner rather than later. No one wants to get creeping into that 4th or 5th game of the season and they still haven't got any points on the board. It's not a nice place to be. So do I think they're going to get some points on the board? I do. I really, really do. But I do think it's just going to be the 1 point, not plural. So I'm going for Tonbridge 1, Dover 1. Torquay United, Chippenham Town, what a game this is going to be. This is going to be really, really good. Chippenham Town sitting second in the league, a 4-2 win over Havant in an absolutely bonkers game. 2 red cards, 6 goals. Gotta love it. National League South written all over it, that fixture, that result. Torquay United, on the other hand, getting thumped by Worthing, going 2-0 up against Dover and then conceding 2. They're going to properly need to get themselves out of this ditch and get back going, because they will want to be keeping themselves up there. As I say, I don't think the table really starts to take shape until about 10 games, and then that's when you really get to see the level of where teams are. But that being said, Torquay at home, Chippenham are going to be well on top form, but I'm really sorry, Chippenham fans. I'm actually, because I don't want to go all draws all the time with it being so early in the season, I am going to go for a Torquay United win, but I'm not going to make it too convincing, you'll be pleased to hear. I'm going for a 2-1 Torquay United win, but this fixture could just go anywhere. Welling United versus Chelmsford City. Chelmsford coming off the back of a 1-1 draw. Welling United, obviously not having a good start to life. Lost to Hemel 1-0, didn't score there. Lost 5-1 to Truro, conceding 5. Just not good. Lacking goals, leaking goals. It's got a bad day written all over it for them. Chelmsford are a great side. They've looked like they've really made some good signings. They're getting points on the board early doors, so I've no reason to why Chelmsford City shouldn't be going to Welling, to Parkview Road on the Tuesday night and picking up all 3 points. So for that reason, very, very sorry any Welling fans out there, but I am going for a 3-1 Chelmsford away win. Next game's going to be a cracker. Weymouth Town playing Taunton Town. What a game that is. That is a really, really good game. Can't wait. That should be fantastic stuff. A bit of a local derby going on there. Weymouth obviously just beating Dartford 1-0. Very unconvincing performance. Bit of a goalkeeper mistake to give Weymouth the goal. But nonetheless, 3 points is 3 points. They didn't concede. They defended well. So, you know, I can't be too bitter about it. I really can't, because I've got to keep this non-biased for the predictions. Taunton Town, on the other hand, losing 4-1 to Aveley. Not a good away day whatsoever. Did win first game of the season though, so both these teams 3 points on the board, having very similar starts. Should be an equal game, local derby. Am I going to call it one way or the other? I am, because I think Weymouth are so good against St Albans' first day of season. They've then taken 3 points off Dartford, who was second in the league last year. I am going to go for a 2-1 Weymouth win. Really sorry, Taunton fans, I could see this game going either way, but for the sake of this video, I have to pick something, and I'm going for a 2-1 win. Last two now, we have Yeovil Town FC taking on Truro City. Truro really mixed start to the league, scoring plenty of goals, 7 in their first 2. That's really good stuff from them. Yeovil Town picking up their first win against St Albans, albeit not the most convincing win. 2-1 victors in that game, but nonetheless, 3 points on the board. They can really start building now and going forward. This will be a great game. Truro, obviously, one of their closer games in the league, which is good news for their players and fans, especially on the Tuesday night. But I think Yeovil at home again, first win now, got that bit of confidence. I think they will go and win this. But I think Truro could get, this game has goals written all over it. So I'm hoping, because this may be the one I'm attending Tuesday night out of these fixtures. So with that being said, I'm going to go for a bit of goal fest. I'm going to go for the same defeat Truro just took from Braintree, and I'm going for a 3-2 Yeovil Town win. Last but not least, Havant and Waterlooville play St Albans City. Havant and Waterlooville really not a good start to the season, conceding 4 to Chippenham on the weekend, as we just mentioned, as well as an opening day loss as well to Weston-super-Mare. Really struggling, and as I said, I thought they'd struggle this year, but I still put a mid-table. But that could actually pan out to be a lot different. St Albans, on the other hand, as we've just said, losing 2-1 to Yeovil, which is expected. A lot of teams are going to go to huge part of the season, you know, just trying to perhaps get a point. It's going to be a tough place to go this year. Definitely going to get the biggest attendances and biggest crowds. So, look, it's going to be a tough place to go. They still managed to get 3 points off Weymouth, lose to Yeovil. They will be up there this year. I'm sure they will. They'll be in or around that playoffs. So for that reason, I am going to go for a St Albans win, just because of how poor of a start Havant have had. I'm going for a 2-1 St Albans win. But there we go. That's all the fixtures done and dusted. I'm sorry it's a bit shorter today. I just wanted to get this video out because the game week is starting so quickly on the Monday this week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, like it for another video, which we'll make sure to get out very soon. It'll be out in about 3 or 4 days time, which is crazy. And as I say, yeah, put your predictions down below. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I've been your host, Football Talk, and I'll see you in the next one.